How's it going, peeps? Alex the Guitarist here, also the frontman of Alex and the Chasers, and as well as Jessica's birthday. I'm gonna do a series of videos that I've been wanting to try for a minute. Nothing new, I just wanted to tell the stories of how I came up with some of the songs I've written, the influences behind them, some of the meaning behind some of the lyrics and such. And it's purely self-indulgent. It really is. So, I hope you don't mind. I hope y'all like the stories. If not, want to go watch something else, go ahead. Anyway, so the first song I wanted to talk about was the one that I wrote for my daughter, my darling little Lyla. I'm gonna go ahead and put a link to that, and you can find it, so you can hear the song. But I just wanted to talk about the lyrics and such. Now, it starts off with that intro. I grew up with Blink. Blink is my favorite band, and they're very well known for their octave power chords. Feeling this, They're very well known for that, so I love that style. So, I decided to start the song off that way. Now, first verse. It's hard to explain the things you've done to me, but I can't complain, baby mine. You dance like an angel, your heart beat like a drum. I smile 'cause I think of you all the time. Okay. So, it starts off right away just, it's hard to explain the things you've done to me, but I can't complain. Because there was a very big difference between having sons and having a daughter. It 100% is different. Like, the daughters, it's true, like, daughters cling to the father while the sons cling to the mom. It's still like that to this day. And, so yeah, it was just different having a little girl from having sons. It just felt different. Not that I love either of them more than the other. It's just different, And so yeah, it's hard to explain the things you've done to me, but I can't complain, baby mine. Now, the next part. You dance like an angel, your heart beat like a drum. I smile 'cause I think of you all the time. Now, that lyric comes from when we went to go get our first ultrasound, before we knew the gender, when Lyla was about this big, she was a little bean, we saw her in the ultrasound, and when they zoomed in, Lyla, I have footage of it somewhere, or I know where it is, but I have footage where the little bean, she went like this. Like that. It was the cutest thing I'd ever seen. I lost my mind. My God, my voice is cracking like I'm pubescent. But she went like this. And I thought it was so cute. So that's where that lyric comes from. You dance like an angel. Now the next lyric, your heartbeat like a drum, it's because they turned on the ultrasound or the audio, and you can hear her heartbeat. Just like, so it's just strong and steady, like a drum. If I remember correctly, it was like 130 BPM, beats per minute. And at one point, I actually started to write a song called Heartbeat that I put it at 130 BPM. It's still there on my hard drive, and I never finished it, but yeah. So, yeah, that's how, that's the first verse, pre-chorus. Grow as fast as you can, turn me into a man, crawl into my arms where nothing can harm you. It's very self-explanatory. Grow as fast as you can, turn me into a man, crawl into my arms where nothing can harm you. So yeah, it is different to have a daughter. So that's where that phrase comes from. Not that I wasn't a man prior. It was just going to be different having a daughter. So yeah, it turned me into a man. That's where that comes from. And The rest is just very, of course, get in these arms. Ain't no one hurting her. Now the chorus. Now everybody wants me to write you a song, but I just want to meet you. My darling little Lyla. My darling little Lyla. Yeah. So yeah. Everybody wants me to write you a song, but I just want to meet you. My darling little Lyla. My darling little Lyla. That lyric came from the fact that after we found out Lyla's gender, after we found out it was a little girl, I flipped. And the lady, the nurse who told us, because when we went to the ultrasound, they ran tests on Lyla to make sure that she didn't have any physical ailments or she wasn't handicapped in any way, that she had both lungs, you know what I mean? So, and they were going to give us the results a few days later, so they were going to call us at home. So there we were at home, we were sitting on the bed, waiting for the call because they said it was going to be at this time, this day, so on and so forth. And so they give us a call, and they're like, okay, well, your child is fine, there's no ailments, whatever. We're like, cool. They're like, we can also tell you the gender if you want to know. And we're like, yes, tell us. And at that point, we had already come up with names. And so the nurse was like, you already have kids, right? And we're like, yeah, 2 boys. And the nurse, she's like, oh. I was like, what does that even mean? What do you mean, oh? What does that even mean? And then she went, well, be prepared to welcome your new baby girl, And I flipped. I had my blanket with me, and I bit it so hard it almost tore, or maybe it did tear. I think it did, and I started crying, and I was losing my mind. And so afterwards, after we got the results, we posted it on Facebook. We're like, it's a girl. Now, I have been writing music for the better part of about 20 years. And I've written personal songs for family members, for my brother, for music for my kids, music for my exes I've written music for. And so my family knew that. And right away, my aunts and uncles, my aunts especially, they went, oh, I can't wait to hear the music you're gonna write about your daughter and blah blah blah. And I was just like, I don't care about writing a song right now. I just want to meet my baby. I just want to hold my baby. It's my baby girl. I don't care about music and all that right now. Forget about it. So anyway, time passed, and I kept getting pressured to write something. And I remember at one point, Joyce was laying on her back, and I was talking to the belly. I was talking to Lyla, and I was like, hello in there. And I basically said it verbatim. I said it the way it's written in the chorus. I was like, man, everybody wants me to write you a song, but I just want to meet you. I was just like that. I was like, everybody wants me to write you a song, baby. I just want to meet you, love, And right away, my head snapped up, and I was like, there it is. There's the story, or there's the song. And so I got up, ran over to my acoustic, picked it up, and started writing. Now, the original song itself was actually acoustic, and it was a lot like that. Just, and so it started off acoustically like that. Now, I changed it to pop punk because at that point, that's when that whole MGK thing was happening. And when he switched genres to the pop punk thing he's doing now. And I heard the music and I was like, dude, okay, not only were the songs solid, they are. I just had not written pop punk or even really listened to pop punk since high school. I kind of switched over to different genres like, John Mayer and Ed Sheeran and stuff like that. And so it started off acoustically, and then at one point I just changed my mind. I was like, you know what? Let's pop punk this shit. Like, let's put some attitude in it. And then it became pop punk, and that was the first pop punk song I wrote since high school. And I've written a few more since, and I'm still doing it now. But anyway, so there's that. So that's the first half of the chorus, and it's just like, everybody wants me to write you a song, but I just want to meet you, my darling little Lyla, my darling little Lyla. Everybody thinks that the sweet is the wrong, cause they just gotta meet you, my darling little Lyla, my darling little Lyla. I always knew my daughter was going to be the biggest sweetheart on earth, and she is. That little girl will melt any person's heart. She's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, that second half of the course is very self-explanatory. Now, second verse. Gotta can't wait to see my little baby. I'm counting down the days, cause I know it's a yes and not a maybe. She's gonna change my ways. Toss her up, make her laugh, jar up a bubble bath, cause I know a kiss won't be enough. Sing her sweet lullabies and I'll hold her when she cries. Gotta hope that she'll think I'm tough. So, gotta can't wait to see my little baby. I'm counting down the days. It's self-explanatory. Cause I know it's a yes and not a maybe. She's gonna change my ways. Now, that lyric actually has a little bit of weight to it. Because at that point in their mother's and Lila's mom's relationship with me, we had gone through rough patches a handful of times. And I was definitely doing very stupid shit. Like, abhorrent. You know what I mean? Abhorrent, sorry. And, I don't know. It was not a good time. It really wasn't. And, but that's what that lyric was. Like, I had it in my mind that this little girl was gonna, like change so much about so much, including me. And that's where that phrase comes from. Or like, she's gonna change my ways. Like, I was gonna make sure to do everything that I could to make sure that, like, the family stayed together. Try as you may, it doesn't always work out that way. So, sometimes it's for the better. But yeah, like I just I had in my mind that she was gonna, change me up. Now, the whole toss her up, make her laugh, toss her up, make her laugh, draw her up a bubble bath. I wanted to change that lyric, actually. I remember originally I thought it was too cheesy and corny, I guess. And so I actually wanted to change it. But I never did. And it just stayed that way. And now I can't hear anything else, those are the lyrics. So, but yeah, self-explanatory. And then sing her sweet lullabies and I'll hold her when she cries. Gotta hope that she'll think I'm tough. Self-explanatory. And then the pre-chorus again, grow as fast as you can, turn me into a man, crawl into my arms where nothing can harm you. And I knew right there I didn't actually want to sing the chorus again. I only wanted to sing it one more time at the very end. One more time. And so I ended up just writing a solo. And I ended up writing an extended solo because I wanted the song to be long enough to be a proper song. But I also, again, I only wanted to sing the chorus one more time. So, no bridge, nothing else, just the solos. And there's like dual guitars in there because I grew up listening to like Avenged Sevenfold and stuff. So I had to throw it in there. You know what I mean? You are your heroes. You emulate your heroes. And so anyway, and then I finish off with the chorus one more time. And at the very end, I go, I see you soon, baby girl. If y'all like are not able to understand what I yell at the very end, that's what I said. I see you soon, baby girl. So that is pretty much the story of how it all, how that song started, how it was created, and how it just basically like resurfaced my whole punk roots. And now now Jessica's Birthday is a solid project of mine that's all pop punk based. But anyway, so that's how that story was created. I'm gonna be making more stories like this for other songs. If there's a song that you guys want to hear the explanation to, like of my catalog, um, go ahead and let me know or ask, and I'll let you guys know what's up. But I hope you enjoyed the little story, and I'll be back soon with stories of my other songs. So, thank you so much. I love you guys so much. I wouldn't be able to do this without y'all. Um, I'll see you guys at the shows. Request a song, anything. And let's have some fun. Have a good time. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves.